Hey guys, and welcome back to my second video for this year's pickem predictions of the Blast TV Austin Major 2025. Let's quickly go through the first stage. I actually managed to get 5 correct picks. As I predicted, Heroic got through 3-0 and Fluxo went out 0-3, and we had OG, Nemiga and Hailu advancing. Following to the second stage. And I'm gonna make it quick and easy. You can take the picks from here if you want to take some of them. I'm just gonna go through a quick explanation here in this one. Starting with Falcons, which is my clear favorite for this stage. They are the most serious contender nearly for the whole tournament, and I see huge potential. I mean, they have Nico, they have Monacy, they have always been the runner-ups on nearly every event they have attended, but only lost to Vitality in the grand final. And even though they still have Kyuzuka upcoming after this major, I think they are dedicated, and to be fair, with B8 as their first opponent, at least from the start, there is a chance. Second pick, FaZe Clan. I know, you might be laughing about this one, but I learned my lesson from the first stage. I'm not gonna take two, in my eyes, clear favorites to go through. I'm just gonna go for the easy pick, so I'm not ruining the 3-1, 3-2 pool fully, because I took two of the big teams that definitely gonna advance into the 3-0 spots. I'm just gonna go with one. I'm gonna take FaZe simply as a fun pick. I mean, they have Simple, it's the GOAT. The GOAT returned to a major. How could I not be hyped for that? And on top of that, they have Rainback, they have a popped up Frozen, maybe Elish kinda now starts to fit in better. Honestly, if not them, I don't care. Because if they don't advance 3-0, I honestly see them struggling in the elimination game, because FaZe has been so mentally weak recently. They just didn't find their way back. Even Kerrigan said it in multiple interviews, so I think there's a big chance that they don't even make it through at all. That's why I chose them as my 3-0 pick. And to be fair, they play against Heroic, so if they, upset one of the best teams in that stage, I actually see a chance for them to get through 3-0. Okay, following up with my advanced picks, I'm definitely gonna continue with my Heroic belief train. First of all, Tenia has been showing some insane CS. I think this guy is gonna be a top 20 very, very soon. Sampires was a little bit offline, but he's still a big name. And we know we're getting to the big stage. It's the time when he has to show up. X-Float also has been very, very good. They've gone through 3-0. They won against FlyQuest, Energy, and Chinggis Warriors. No big names there, but everything was convincing except one map against FlyQuest. And besides that, they made the first place at the Mesa Nomadic Masters this year, and they were very, very strong at IM Dallas. Continuing with Furia. For Furia, I just can say they had a big glow up after they changed their roster, since they ended Yakinda and Molody, where I was very afraid of Yakinda, but he seemed to be fitting in very well. Molody is an insane AWPer, and Kesharat is always on fire, and on top of that, Fallen has only the IGL responsibility now, so he doesn't have to be the star AWPer to pick them above everything. I mean, they made the 4th place at the PGL Astana, and they had some very, very promising results after the rebuild. Continuing with one of my favorites, to be honest, M80, simply because Sin and Slacks, the German duo, is so freaking insane. Slacks is a very, very good AWPer. Sin has developed so much since he left Big. And Lake has been a very, very promising young talent. They've showed very strong results recently. They played against VP, they played against G2, Furia, Mongols. They at least won one map and made the other two very close. I see high potential that they make it through. Theoretically, potentially, maybe, because they play against Hailu in the first game tomorrow, they could be in the 3-0 as well. 4th pick, I'm gonna go with B8, just because they went through as the second team with a 3-0. They won against Wildcard, OG, and Imperial. Nothing crazy there, but very, very strong and solid CS. They have Hattrick as their AWP player, and they have NPL and Kenzisor. Big chances there, at least. I mean, they made the first place at the ESL Challenger Season 49. They made the second place at the CCT Global Finals this year. I see a high chance that they make it through. Now we're coming to the little bit risky picks in this sense, because I'm gonna go with 3D Max. Some might think this is a very crazy idea because they have no crazy individuals, but they have very strong team play. And besides that, they showed very strong results against tier 1 teams like Aurora, Mongols, and they even beat Falcons recently. So hands down, these guys really have it in them. They even made Vitality sweat very hard not so long ago. So I see a big chance that they actually make it through. Last pick for the advancings is the VP, just because they have so much potential in the team with Flamos, IC as their AWP player, Electronic as their IGL, if he maybe gets the shit together. I know they didn't have the strongest results recently, but I have very high expectations from them, because usually if you suck in front of the major, or before the major better to say, you're coming up strong in the major itself. Okay, last but not least, talking about the 03 picks, there we have, first of all, I'm gonna go with Legacy. Kinda crazy because they played very well CS in the first stage, gotta admit. They even booted out Wildcard in the 2-2 spots. They won against Imperials and Chinggis Warriors as well, and their best players are Dumao and Lato. Honestly, cannot tell you if it's actually a good decision to go with them as an 0-3 pick, but just in terms of the in general skill that is concurrent at this stage right now, I see there's a high probability that they actually go 0-3. First game is against MIBR. Usually MIBR takes this because they are just the better Brazilian team. And of course, I mean, I have to go and continue with my 0-3 Brazilian picks. Also, with the Asian 0-3 picks, last pick I have is Lin Vision because, I mean, they lost to Wildcat and Amiga and they really struggled against every team that they won against. There's no real superstar as well on top, except for maybe Zucker as the AWP player, but in general there's just not the biggest potential. And on top of that, they actually start their first match against Furia, who has a also quite possible chance to get to the 3-0 stage, just like Heroic want to mention here. And yeah, I think everything's said. Guys, if you believe in it, I mean, we made it through the first stage. If you copied my picks, go for the second one as well, and let me know in the comments what you think. Appreciate everyone who left a comment in the last video, and as always, leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe. And I see you all for the third stage. Until then, see ya.